pounds.
Elephant show
He's a
theater.
small elephant, but he's not really a baby elephant. When Moose does grow up, though, here comes everybody. When Moose grows up, he will be the largest land mammal on the planet. African elephants do get larger than the Asian elephants. They can get up to about 16,000 pounds. Since they just got let out today, that means they're all going to go look for some breakfast. There you go, alright, see what our train does.
We are so lucky, aren't we?
Oh, look, it's going to hit
There are differences between African and Asian elephants. There's another Asian elephant down on the wrist. The African elephants do have kind of a sloped forehead, while the Asian enclosures on the tour today. We do a little bit of Africa to see, a little bit of Asia. There's some bamboo.
Chico, see,
of the bamboo,
Niche.
the back and the middle of the enclosure. It's actually not a really good view of the tiger, but he's back there.
जो होतेला सही ने सही
Sitting in the stand out here, a couple of them out in the grass. Those are all Persian goiter gazelle. These gazelle are all full grown. That's as big as they get. Those are all adults. We also have the deer out there. We have Indo-Chinese Shika, which are the orange deer with white spots. And sitting with those Shika are some Malaysian Sambar deer, which are the brown deer with no spots. A lot of deer do keep their spots into adulthood, so we will see some full-grown deer like all these Shika with 13,000 feet above sea level. More rhinoceros down in the valley here. Cows, a couple more Indian rhinoceros sitting with the cows. Indian rhinoceros are definitely the largest animals in this enclosure. They do get up to about 5,000 pounds, definitely. The Indian Gower cattle are pretty large as well. They are actually the largest of all the endangered cattle on the planet today. Male Indian Gower cattle can reach a shoulder height about 6 feet. Equine or desert adapted member of the horsemen. They were hunted into extinction in the wild back in the early 1970s due to a lot of poaching for their horns, for trophies or for sport hunting. When there were none of them left in the wild, there were just a few of them left in the And the Indian rhinoceros, they are also known as the greater one-horned rhinoceros. There's going to be some Indian rhinoceros a little bit closer up ahead of us too, so I'm just going to kind of cruise by here.
Yeah, Chico.
Rhinoceros straight down below us too. They're kind of behind the bushes, but if you start looking below, Indian rhinoceros are born very large. They are born about 150, 160 pounds just at birth. They do grow extremely quick. Some people do think the horn of a rhinoceros has medicinal purposes, and unfortunately there's a very high demand and you can make a lot of money on the black market selling rhinoceros horn. So it is very tempting for people to hunt the animal, they take the horn, they just leave everything else. I can tell you the rhinoceros horn is made out of hair. With the Indian rhinoceros, there's only about 2,500. It is over 50 babies born here. A little bit closer up at the feeder too. Their corral just built, and the elephants also get all their medical attention out. We are going to catch up to the rhinoceros too. We do have some southern white rhinoceros out here. They're to the left of that photo caravan truck that's on the road. Truck with people in the back of it, that's photo caravan. These species of rhinoceros, not every other species of rhinoceros, is considered endangered. These guys were on the brink of extinction for quite a while, into captivity, and then sending their rhinoceros to zoos all over the world. Like here at the Wild Animal Park, we were very an ancient breed of cattle. The horns are very impressive. They do get about 6 to 7 feet long, tip to tip. So both horns together means they want to stand out. They want to look. So you do find the males that darker outstanding. Our Baringa giraffe. The birds are going to be down here too. I'm going to peek on the left really quick. And nobody's over there. One of those names will work. Lots of birds out here with the giraffe as well. A couple of them right next to the fence line here. You have African crowned cranes. They are named up on them. Those ostriches just kind of follow us here. Ostrich hold another record. They are not only the tallest birds on the planet, they're also the fastest. We do have a baby blessbok out there too. If you look about, I think they are kind of bland, but they're born beige or tan, and they're actually born speckled. They're kind of brown and yellow speckled colors, and that helps them blend in with the kind of the leaves and the bushes on the ground. Since it's just before the wall, so if you kind of look towards the last wall of the enclosure, just before it, you have one zebra out here. That's a Hartman's mountain zebra. Than other zebras, they do live up in the mountains, and in the mountains there's not a lot of space to get the large herds, so we just have that one zebra out here. Deer do though, since they are so small and kind of wedge shaped, is they can actually move very easily with colored deer, but there's a male over the others. I've hardly ever seen them, but yeah. Now, both these animals, scientists and researchers weren't quite sure behind the cows are the goats, and those are Turkmen Markhor goats up there. So we do find these goats up in the trees. They usually climb the trees around dusk or dawn. Most animals are more active early in the morning. It's velvet, and velvet is a thin layer of skin that pretty much needs blood and other nutrients for them to grow. The amount of energy and effort, deer do lose their antlers at the end of every breeding season too. So every deer that we see, if you can find anybody, a couple on the left side of the mountain, all the way to the left there, a couple ibis over there. We do have two different types of animals. We have oodads, which are the animals which are sitting just behind the fence. The way they can get up and down so easily is they do have very unique hooves. Their hooves are kind of soft. We do have the tallest giraffe, and we're covered by a net. You can probably tell how the giraffe got that title. Ivan is the big, tall, dark brown giraffe. Behind him, there's two rhinoceros next to him. That's Ivan. And Ivan, I think Ivan's about 14 years old. The giraffe is over 17 feet tall. That means his tongue is over 17 inches long too. Because per antelope, the horns curve backwards slightly. Those are some sable antelope. Edges of the Gobi Desert, which is north of China. These are critically endangered horses. They were once extinct in Mongolia. You can find about 1,500. And a job is getting really big. He's not a baby anymore. He's over 2 years old and he has had longer legs. They do live in a rockier part of Africa. Can get over the rocks easier, which is why we have bigger boulders around the trees here to protect our trees. Water is part of Africa, which is a very good place to go today. Vultures, flamingos, lots of animals, lots of birds you cannot see from the train you can find down there in part of Africa. You probably saw the sign that says cheetah. They're all kind of